I want to go over your Oaxacan animal project kit and be able to kind of explain a little bit on how to actually do the project. So before I do so, here are two examples from last year that were very well done. So you can kind of see what they end up looking like. In terms of size, you have a little bit of reference. This is 10 inches tall. This one is about 7 inches tall, about 7 inches wide, about 8 inches wide. So you're going for around that size. The thing you got to be really careful of is going way too big on your project because you will just not have enough supplies to be able to do it. Or going way too small on the project where you can't go in and get your details to get that A for the project. So you're looking for around like a 7 to 8 inch, cube, box that eventually you could actually kind of stick that inside of there and it ends up being, fairly well done. So keep that in mind. In the kit, just opening up. So remember, it does have a list of stuff on here. I will need this kit back. Obviously some things like the wire, you wouldn't be returning. However, the pliers, you would, and the brush you would. So it's important that you just kind of bring back the materials that you have. I am going to do some kind of a dinosaur, so I can give it to my kids when I'm all done with it. So I'm going to do a time-lapse video, so you can kind of see me make it, and I'll try to zoom in so you can see a little bit better, and then afterwards I will talk about it. Okay, so just again, sit back. Hope you enjoy the music, and hopefully you can kind of pick something up that you can kind of be able to use for your project. Thanks. Okay, so I have this much done so far. In terms of the size, it looks like I am about 7 inches tall. Again, this one was about 7 inches. Width is about 8, so it's about this size. Okay, so this is a nice, comfortable size. If you notice, I don't have a lot of wire left. I had to redo the tail twice because the first time I made it wasn't long enough. Same thing with the neck on here. Now, if you notice, like on the hands and the feet, I took and kind of curled them around so they'd be able to sit. A lot of times when you combine things together, you want to really wrap that around a few times because you don't want this stuff moving too easily. Okay, you can always put a little tape in there if it gets really bad. Now, also in terms of position's super important, and you don't really get a chance to mess with that too much. He is not, it's going to be some kind of a T-Rex or a Velociraptor or something. He is not looking straight ahead. He's looking, his body is pointed this way, but his head is pointed, diagonally like this. One foot's out, foot's back. The tail is more of a kind of like a lizard-like, where it's just not, curled up like this, but it kind of comes around and shoots off to the side. Let's see if I can have you see the way it looks. You can see it this way better. So I'm trying to create action within this, just so they're not just standing like a kind of like a stuffed animal or something like that, but definitely has some movement in there. I can almost take this and bend it so it's kind of growling down a little bit more and try to get it so it balances on 2 legs. But 3 is much more preferable on that. So if you notice, again, I kind of wrap things around to secure it. Having a double area where I have like 2 wires going through did help me quite a bit. I don't have very much width on the head this way. It's just a piece of a wire, but then that's why.